Hi Gemini, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share and hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, thank you so much for all of your support. It truly means the world. With that said, if you are not on my mailing list, why not? There is a link in the description box below for you to sign up. And just to let you know, there is a monthly reading that goes out as a newsletter every month at the first of each month that you will only get if you are on that mailing list. So if you're not on it, get signed up. With that said, I have a whole bunch of new products, both tarot spreads and readings with me as well, that are on there. So go and check it out at my website. Have a look, have a browse and see what works for you. So with that said, I would like to bless all of my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So let's see what is in the week ahead for you. What are you removing, releasing or letting go of from your life this week? What are you removing, releasing or letting go of this week, Gemini? And this week you get the Strength card. So this is interesting because the Strength card is about your heart's desire. It's about what you truly want at an innate level, but it also sees you digging deep to find some kind of courage. If this is what you're letting go of this week, what have you held in your heart? And I'm going to be honest with you. If it's jealousy, if it's greed, if it's anger, if it's depression, what have you been holding on to in your heart of hearts that you know needs to be let go of now? With the Strength card here, it's basically saying this week you are removing some kind of negative emotional pattern or habit from your heart space this week. You have a real chance to push past something and evolve this week. It's not going to be easy. It may well present you with a challenge, and I hate that word negative because it's such a dualism, but I use it to give you a clear example of what I mean. What kind of emotion do you have in your heart space that you have been holding on to for far too long? This week you are going to have that highlighted to you, Gemini. Maybe it will come from inside, but maybe it could also come from the outside. It could come from the outside world. Somebody could see something in you or some action that you take and they could say, you know what, that comes from this place of wounding. Don't fight against that, because if you allow yourself to really look at what that wound is, you will be able to transcend that experience, and by doing so you really then move into a place where you can present the best of who you are and be received in the best way. So what are you working on now? What is at the heart or at the meat of the matter? And this week you get King of Wands. All right, so a Leo figures for you somehow this week. There is a leonine presence too. So you've got the King of Wands, a fire sign male usually, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, coupled with the Strength card, which rules the sign of Leo. This is a Leo. It could be a man, it could be a woman, but this is going to be somebody that has a lot of that kind of energy. Somebody that is very dignified, somebody that's very proud, somebody that has a quiet confidence about them, but also somebody that helps you come out of yourself. This person is reminding you not to take things too seriously this week. The thing with the King of Wands is this is somebody that usually says what they mean and means what they say. They will kind of, you know, they'll say it as it is and they'll kind of leave you with it, but they will always help you cross the street from A to B. Yeah, that's one of the things about the King of Wands. And very often the King or the Queen of Wands, they have a vibrancy or a humor to them. It feels for me like somebody's going to be saying to you this week, don't take things too seriously. You need to find more time for fun. You need to find more time for play, or even for creativity. For a select few of you, there's something going on with your children here, and it feels for me like you're almost having to say, look, you know what, there comes a point where I'm going to have to stand back and you will have to make your own mistakes. I'm not going to go too heavily into that, but for you personally, Gemini, with this King of Wands, you are being reminded not to take things too seriously. When somebody points something out to you and it reveals a negative trait or a negative emotion or something that you've held on to that is a wound, let it go. When it comes up, examine it, understand where it comes from, and then release it and remove it. And if you need to, do something physical to get rid of that energy, whether it is a sport, whether it's going swimming, whether it's going for a run, go to the gym, whatever it takes. Get that energy out of you, not just emotionally or by thinking about it, but do something physical that's going to allow you to shed that old emotion. And I promise you, you will feel so much better for it. What is the overarching theme or energy that is working into your life this week? And this week you get the High Priestess. So the High Priestess is about hidden things revealed. There is definitely some old aspect of self that is being revealed to you this week that you are really going to be able to push past, that you are really going to be able to let go of. For a select few of you, some kind of secret is going to exonerate you, but it's also going to highlight where your involvement may have been. So for any of you dealing with legal stuff, for any of you dealing with for any of you dealing with legal stuff, for any of you dealing with you know, things that have been happening behind the scenes that you haven't really talked about to anybody, this High Priestess as a welcoming in energy kind of suggests that you will, in many ways, you will be exonerated, but for a select few of you, it will highlight what your input has been in a certain situation becoming toxic. By realizing where you had a hand in things becoming toxic, you can pull your stuff out and say, right, okay, well, now that I know, I'm no longer going to be a part of it. And then whatever happens from there on it is for other people to deal with, right? I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know how it shapes up in the comments. Take care, and I'll see you very soon for more videos.